Hello everyone, I'm Sekar Langit Maheswari. In this first ever travel vlog of mine, I will tell you my trip to Taman SARI, Yogyakarta. Start from the point at Yogyakarta railway station. Here are a few clips about the situation there. You can also find some trains parked there, and there I decided to use a trolley or a taxi bike in English as my transportation to go to the place. It's an easy way to use the application of it. It's called Grab, or you can also check the Indonesian application of it as Gojek. Just go order it after you have an account of it, and you can enjoy the scenery of the street. It's Malioboro Mall, one of the biggest mall in Yogyakarta, and it's located in Malioboro Street, which is the famous street in Yogyakarta, of course. And you can also find Pasar Beringharjo. It's contain many things there. In the end of the Malioboro Street, you'll find a intersection called Titik 0 km, a favorite place to hang out. By the way, for using the taxi bike application, you need to download it first on App Store or on Play Store, and then you can make an account there. Then just type the place you want to go, wait for the driver to pick you up, and then they will send you to the place. I put some consideration to choose a taxi bike because first, it will be easier to order by just tapping the app, and I don't need to walk around the station area looking for a taxi or pedicab. Second, it will be safer because they provide healthy protocol service in this pandemic situation, and it will be faster because the vehicle is actually a motorcycle based, and it may be cheaper than any transportation because they offer many discounts. Personally, I have this big paranoia towards the risk of COVID-19 that it can widely spread in public transportations. That is why I think using Grab ride will be more convenient to me because I don't need to interact with people directly. As you can see, we have passed by the Sacred Palace in Jogja, which is Kraton, and around the area we can find many stores. They usually sell clothes that imply Jogja characteristic, batik, bakpia, Jogja specialty snack made from green beans, and many more. But eventually, many stores were closed temporarily due to the pandemic. Now we're getting near from Taman SARI, and you can see from afar there is Pasar Ngasem. It used to be an animal market, but now they just sell consumer products such as food or clothes, and you can buy also some souvenirs there. And we can see now the complex of Taman SARI from outside. This is the gate of it. Like you can see, there's the Now I'm in line to get the entrance ticket.
Adalah per kelompok dengan jumlah minimal 5 dan maksimal 10. Nanti dari masing-masing pengunjung tersebut sementara waktu harus diwajibkan dengan pemandu meminimalis interaksi dengan warga masyarakat dan juga tidak terjadinya penumpukan di titik-titik yang ada di dalam objek. Nah, untuk tiketnya ke Taman SARI satu orangnya adalah sebesar Rp5.000. Kemudian jasa pemandunya nanti adalah Rp100.000 dibagi ke dalam kuantitas jumlah grup tersebut.
Before enter the locus, we need to check our temperatures, wash our hands, and wait for the group before us strolling first about 15 to 20 minutes. It is the first gate of the building. Inside it, there are 4 low-height doors to the storage rooms. The door was intentionally made around 1 meter height for the courtier's purpose, since they should bend over to the royal members, as it is the prominent role in the palace. Taman Sari, Yogyakarta is one of the buildings belonging to the Yogyakarta Sultanate, which function as a tourist destination. But apart from being a tourist destination, Taman Sari at certain times is still used as a ritual place by the royal family. With the form of Portuguese Javanese architectural buildings, the buildings in this park are the main attraction. Even though now the condition of the building is no longer in take as it was when it was still used as an imperial garden, the aura of beauty still emanates strongly from the buildings in this park. It has now become a landmark for a special area of Yogyakarta. Umbul Binangun or Umbul Pasiraman is a bathing place for the Sultan, Empress, and wife as well as the princesses of the king. The complex is surrounded by high walls. To get to this place, the gates are provided, one on the east side and one on the west side. Inside this gate, there is a descending level. In the Umbul Pasiraman complex, there are 3 ponds decorated with mushroom-shaped springs. Around the pond, there are giant flower pots. Apart from the pool, there are also buildings on the north side and in the middle south. The building on the northernmost side is a place to rest and change clothes for daughters and wives' concubines. To the south, there is a pond called Umbul Muncar. A park-like road forms the boundary between this pond and a pond to the south which is called Blumbang Kuras. In the south of Blumbang Kuras, there is a building with a tower in the middle. The west wing building is a place to change clothes and the east wing is for the Sultan to rest. The tower in the middle is said to have been used by the Sultan to see his wife and daughter who were bathing and whose naked body impressed the Sultan the most would be summoned to the tower. Gedung Gapura Agung was the main gate of the Garden of Kings in his era. At that time, Taman Sari was facing west and extending to the east. The gate, which has several rooms and 2 levels, is decorated with reliefs of birds and flowers showing the year that the construction of Taman Sari was complete. When we walk further to the next area, we use the fruit path through the village. On our way, there are many kinds of stores such as clothing line, painting store, fruits and snacks specialty in Jogja like Bapia and Yangko. There is also souvenir stores that sell batik, puppet, decorating styles and other handcrafts, but unfortunately, many stores are closed because of the pandemic situation right now. As the complex is blended with the village, you can also see how the houses are prettily decorated from sightseeing. For copyright purpose, I cannot film the store inside, but for some information, we can do shopping start from around 10,000 rupiahs budget to get a keyring, a fan, or a teeny case. Now we are going to Pulau Panembung. This is where the Sultan is said to have meditated. There are also those who call it Sumur Gumantong because to the south there is a well that hangs above the ground. To get to this place is said to be through an underwater tunnel. Currently, this building is in the stage of a major renovation which aims to restore the existing buildings. Meanwhile, to the west of it there is a ring-shaped building called Sumur Gumuling. This 2-story building can only be entered through an underwater tunnel too. Sumur Gumuling, when in its time, also functioned as a mosque. On both floors are found alcoves in the walls that are said to have been used as mihrabs where the priests lead prayers. In the middle of the open building, there are 4 levels that go up and meet in the middle. From the meeting of the 4 levels, there is one more level leading to the 2nd floor. Below the meeting of the 4 levels, there is a small pool which is said to be used for ablution.
God's been upset all night long. Rain won't stop pouring so much I just won't dry off. I'm inside 'cause I told you I was so tired. Couldn't do it.
Now we're in the main part of Taman Sari at its time. In its day, this place was the most attractive of all. This section consists of an artificial lake called Segaran, as well as the buildings in the middle and the buildings, parks, and gardens surrounding the artificial lake. In addition to maintaining various types of fish, the Segaran artificial lake also functioned as a boat for the Sultan and the royal family. Now, this artificial lake no longer contains water, but has become a dense settlement known as the Taman village. The remaining buildings are in very poor condition due to the earthquake 2006. In the middle of Segaran lies an artificial island Pulau Kenanga, which is planted with kenanga trees. On top of the artificial island, a two-story building, Gedong Kenanga, was erected. The largest building in the first section is quite tall. From the highest platform, one can observe Yogyakarta Palace and its surroundings to the outside of the Baluwarti Fort. It is said that Gedang Kenanga consists of several rooms with different functions. From afar, the building seemed to be floating on water. Therefore, it is not surprising that Taman Sari has been nicknamed the Water Castle. Currently, January 2008, this building is only in ruins. To the south of Pulau Kenanga, there is a row of small buildings called Tajuk. This building is an air ventilation tower for underwater tunnels. This tunnel is the entrance to Pulau Kenanga besides using a canoe to navigate an artificial lake. In the past, there were tunnels in the western part of the artificial island, but the condition is now less well maintained than the southern tunnel. On the way out, local band sings a song as a farewell to the tourists. You can voluntarily give them some kind of appreciation with money, and you can actually hear how beautiful their voices are. I think this will be the end of our journey to Taman Sari, but I wish we can explore more next time. I wish this vlog will help you a little to push your information about Taman Sari. If you haven't visited here, it can be added to your wish list. And if you have visited Taman Sari, it is not a sin to make a second try of it. I can never get tired of this beautiful water castle. Thank you for watching, everyone. Have a great time and stay healthy. Don't forget to wear a mask and wash your hands.